Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing? Love the way you look in the mirror and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Good morning and happy Monday and welcome back to another episode of Food School podcast. Today, fun, interesting, and health promoting fact of the day is about genetic testing. I've been asked quite a few times over the past week, over the weekend, about genetic testing, something like 23andMe, and how actionable, how useful it is to create a better exercise or nutrition program. And guys, those nutrition testing, specifically 23andMe, it can help you to identify how fast you can, for example, digest and metabolize caffeine and how much caffeine you should be drinking. It can help you to identify how you absorb and create vitamin D and do you need more supplements, less supplements. It can help you to identify your inflammation levels and also get better advice on what actions you should be doing, more relaxation or restoration or not more training, maybe depends on the results. But most of those tests, 23andMe included, first of all, they analyze only about 2% of your whole genome, not the whole genome. To analyze your whole genome, it's still really expensive. It's just gonna give you less than 2%. I believe it's actually 2% of 1%. That's the amount of genes that are actually analyzed. And you can use it to identify some of the diseases like Alzheimer's or some types of cancers, but to prescribe exact nutrition or exercise program for you, besides, these kind of diseases, it's not possible yet. It's not 100% ever at this point, and it's not that accurate, so you could create your nutrition and your exercise program based on that. So any company that actually tells you that they're going to create the exact exercise or nutrition program based on your genes and your genetics, and it's going to help you to reach your goals the fastest, this is lying. This is literally lying to your face. So the science is not that advanced yet. We might get there someday, we probably will, but not yet. Just some interesting data that can be useful to you and can save you money if you were thinking about doing something like 23andMe to have better exercise and nutrition program. That being said, today is Monday and it's our habits day. It's the day when we learn how to build and implement in our life better habits, better routines, to stick with the behaviors that make us a better version of ourselves. Be that fitter, be that healthier, be that leaner, be that more energetic and charged and better performing mentally and physically. And today, guys, I want to talk about a concept that is called, in some books that I've read on psychology of eating, bright lines eating, or You can also hear it in relation to intuitive eating. There is a lot of talk, because there is a lot of talk about diets. There's also kind of like counter diet movement that is often referred to as intuitive eating, basically allowing your body to tell you what you need to eat in order to reach your optimal health and your optimal weight. And it's also often referred to or talked about when it's talked about bullying people or stigmatizing people because of their weight. And that is, of course, is really wrong. But intuitive eating as a concept, I do not believe in it in modern food environment. I made a couple of videos on Instagram and on my YouTube on intuitive eating. And what I mean by that is, yes, you were able and you would be able to navigate foods and to eat intuitively if you were to stick only to whole foods specifically, and if you know what good quality of whole foods are. So, without antibiotics, hormones, pesticides, etc. When it comes to food products, processed foods that have labels, that have something added to them, that are processed in certain ways, that have added sugars and, again, preservatives and artificial flavorings and all of that stuff, you cannot trust your body anymore, because those products are specifically designed to hack your brain, to hack your hunger cues, to make you want to eat more food that is not necessarily really good for you, but just hits you, those pleasure centers in your brain the fastest and the strongest. That's why, for example, you can binge on ice cream, but you can't really binge on apples. Like, really, I see a person who binges on whole fruits. But ice creams, cookies, all that stuff, we all had, 99.9% of us had those cases when we just ate till it hurts or till it's, finished, and we just too lazy to get more. So intuitive eating, I do not believe in it when it comes to processed foods. And because of that, you need to have some bright line rules that we were talking in the beginning. Basically, you need to have some rules around eating, even if you're not on any diet, but interested in health, interested in mental and physical performance, interested in longevity and looking good and doing well, even when, you're up to your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and whatever, life gives you. If you want to feel good, if you want to look good, you need to be eating healthy. And because of that, because of our food environment, you need to have rules that eliminate unnecessary decisions and will help you to eat healthy on autopilot. So, for example, my personal story, I have bright line rules about food that are next. No added sugars in my food ever. No grains except for whole grains, maybe non-gluten whole grains like rice or buckwheat sometimes. And I know the exact amount of my portion, mind that. So, but usually, most often, no added sugars, no grains, no dairy. Those are my bright line rules. So anything made of grains, anything made with sugar, anything made with dairy products does not work for my body, does not bring me the energy and the looks that I want, and that's why I have those rules. Do I believe that everyone should 100% not eat any added sugars? And by that I mean maybe some honey or maybe some cane sugar in your dark chocolate? No. If your plan for healthy eating, if your habits, if your psychology, if your brain allow to have some of those foods sometimes, that you might have it. But to that point, you still need to have rules for those foods. So for example, those are my bright line rules. 100% rules, no sugar, no grains, no dairy, right? But then I have other rules, like for example, if I eat starch, like potatoes or sweet potatoes or something like that, then I have a cup, that's my portion per meal. If I eat nuts and seeds, 1 handful, that's my portion per meal. If I eat added fats, oils, butters, 1 to 2 tablespoons per meal, depending how many meals a day I have also. If I eat fruit, piece of fruit, small piece of fruit, medium piece of fruit, or a cup of berries, and only fresh or frozen. So those are my other rules that I also stick with, and that allow me to eliminate any kind of decisions, eat ice cream or eat cookies or not. I know that those foods trigger me to overeat and do not promote the health and the body that I personally want to see in the mirror. So I have rules. No added sugars, that eliminates all the ice cream, cookies, and etc. Of course, if I'm on a tour in France and on some food tour, and I'm trying different places, and there have to be good bakeries, then that's one of a kind occasion that I might eliminate, that I might not follow my own rules, but that's one of a kind occasion. It's not what I decide every single day, and that you should also understand. And then another rule I have: no trigger foods in the house. So basically the foods that make me want overeat and reach for that food even if I don't want any food. A lot of times I don't ever feel like I'm restricting myself or that I'm on any kind of diet unless I'm near some cookies and desserts and chocolates and all that stuff, Then I feel like I might want it. But if it's not around, I don't ever want it. I don't have desire for that. And that's why I don't have any trigger foods or, cookies, chocolates, ice cream in my house. Because then my mind doesn't even think about it, and I don't even have to make those decisions. Where should I eat it or should I not? I shouldn't, because it has sugar and I don't have it in my house anyway. So those kind of rules you need to have in order to maintain health, in order to maintain healthy eating habits, and eat nutritious foods, and look good and feel good and have great mental and physical performance. So again, your rules probably will be different, but still you need to have some rules and you need to stick with them. Otherwise, intuitively eating whatever, whenever, you're gonna end up a lot of times, and that's why obesity is on the rise. That's why degenerative diseases are on the rise. That's why inflammation levels are rising, childhood obesity, because people eat whatever whenever they feel like it. And that's what we get when we do that, when we have no rules. Rules, discipline, it means freedom. You actually get to choose what body, what health, what energy you have. You don't just go with the flow and with whatever you have available at home or in the store or offered to you. So to sum up today's episode, guys, if you want to have healthy eating habits, if you want to look and feel good, if you want to have amazing energy levels, if you're interested in all of that, if you're not interested in that, you might just as well stop listening to my podcast right away, because this is not for you. If you're not interested in getting better and looking good and feeling good, having good health for many, many years, mental and physical performance, if you're not interested in that, don't listen to this podcast. For those of you who are interested in that, to sum up this episode, for healthy eating habits, to maintain your health, fitness, good looks, good energy, you need to have rules. You need to have bright line rules or 100% rules or whatever you call it, that you never cross, maybe except for a one in a lifetime occasion. Like I told you, maybe you were in some other country, and when you went to this country specifically to try this particular foods, like going on in Italy, trying all this, pizzas and pastas, I don't know, gelatos. So that is different, and this shouldn't happen more than once a year. Otherwise, have 100% rules. Like for me, it's no added sugars, it's no dairy because I'm just not tolerating dairy well. No grains, and then have rules for foods that might not promote the best health if eating in excess. So for me, it's fruits. For me, it's starch. It's not that they're bad for health. I don't believe so, really. They do not create the body that I want to see in the mirror every day. Me personally, it can not relate to you, but it relates to me. So that's why, for example, one fruit and only fresh or frozen. That's why, for example, if it's starch, then 1 cup or one piece of potato, and then what else? And then I don't have trigger foods in the house. So I didn't have any cookies, I didn't have any ice creams or anything that make me feel like eating things that do not make me feel good, but that can trigger, especially if I'm under stress, to eat them still. That's what's called emotional eating, or that's what's called, stressed eating, all of that. I just don't have it in the house, and I eliminate the choice altogether. So no trigger foods in the house, have rules for portions, have 100% rules, and then after that, you can eat intuitively. You can allow yourself eat more veggies. You can allow yourself more protein if you're feeling like it, healthy protein. You might allow yourself anything, as long as you understand your rules and as long as you understand what your eating habits will result in and what kind of body and health and energy you want. Some people don't care at all about how they look, how they feel. But again, this podcast is not for those people. And those people can eat intuitively anything they want, anytime they want. But for other people who are actually interested in something better health, nothing comes or goes for free. If you decide to eat junk, it's not just gonna pass through your body. Your body gonna use it and it's gonna build some cells out of it, and it's gonna compromise your performance sooner or later, and it's gonna compromise your health. So again, there is no free ride for anyone. People who do not put on a lot of weight because of overeating or eating junk, they usually get some diseases that might be much worse than just putting on weight. So have rules, stick with them. It also helps you to eliminate decisions and save your decision energy for something more important. That's why also I personally stick with my eating habits so easily, because I have rules and I don't make any decisions. And of course, also I make sure that I eat nutritious food. I educate myself. I know the latest science. It's especially helpful that this is my profession and this is my passion. But even for you, you need to understand the basics of healthy eating and implement them to the best of your ability, and understand what you need health-wise and what kinds of foods promote that, and have rules and follow them. That eliminates decision, give you energy for more life, for more accomplishment, for what makes you feel fulfilled. Because of course we don't live to eat or to be our best self for nothing. We actually want to do something with this, right? So if you want to do something with it, eliminate those decisions, have those rules, eat better for yourself, for more energy, for more performance, and you're going to have an amazing life. All high performance say that in order to accomplish anything significant in this life, to be a little bit better than mediocrity, or maybe a lot more better, that's what we strive to be, then you need, as a foundation, to take care of your nutrition. If you don't take care of your nutrition, it's just not going to work. That's why all high performance, that's why all leaders at the one point or the other, they all start thinking about their food, their nutrition. Tony Robbins, probably the most energetic person on earth. He's been eating his veggies and fish forever and almost nothing else for rare occasions. So, success leaves cues. So eat healthy, take care of yourself. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Our food story episodes are coming with some amazing information about recent developments in meatless meat substitutes, lab-grown fish, lab-grown chicken, lab-grown beef, Impossible burger made of some crap, as you'll find out soon. Anyway, stay tuned, stay educated, and as usual, eat better daily.